Yeah, what can I do for you, Rod? You just tell me, what can I do for you?
It's a very personal, very important thing. Hell, it's a family motto. Are you ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Here it is. Show me the money.
Yeah. I've been on the come up, running to the ones go. Boy, I got that one up, hustle when the funds low. Sundown to sun up, all I want is the cash. Now homie, run me the stash, put the ones in the bag. Now count up, count up, count up, count up. I'm talking 1 milli, 2 milli, 3 milli, 4 billy, 5 billy, I'm illy. I've been on the come up, counting money till my thumbs hurt. No Birdman, bitch, but I'm a stunner. Just watch how you run up. I keep a couple gunners, I've been grinding all winter just to flex all over summer shit. Wrist cold when I fall through, rose gold to my arm, boo. In and out of my city, but come whenever I call you. Who gon' love me more than when I'm stacking out on tour? Them hoes that made it past security, they knocking on my door. You gon' be there when they gone. Show my love by getting more. Hustle so you ain't alone. You won't leave me, that's for sure. I'm talking Benjis, Franklin's, all these hundos on my floor. I just broke a couple bands, believe me, I've been going hard. I'm tipping bottle after bottle, swerving model after model. Who won't cash? That's the motto. Spend it like I hit the lotto. Yeah, I'm loving my life. I know that I ain't shit without you. Actions speak louder than words. They broke cause they just talk about you, huh? I've been on the come up, running to the ones go. Boy, I got that one up, hustle when the funds low. Sundown to sun up, all I want is the cash. Now homie, run me the stash, put the ones in the bag. Now count up, count up, count up, count up. I'm talking 1 milli, 2 milli, 3 milli, 4 billy, 5 billy, I'm illy. Money bag after money bag, I'm the man now. Play the cards that I was dealt and I ain't need no handouts. Fresh on every set, give respect, mama out of debt. Got a new connect, we the best, homie run the check. Wifey got a new bag, new house, you mad? We just doing us, feeling wavy, fuck a do-rag. This that no stress flow, bobbing on my ex. She don't love cash, kiss my ass, baby XO. Thank you for that line, Mr. West, but I'm next though. Hey, you me the sad, bitch, I'm blessed, sipping next. So for the love of money, I stay fucking hungry. I parted ways with the kitchen, that just wasn't for me. Every show they love me, now I'm showing love back. They ain't taking nothing from me, so I throw a couple stacks. You win them in your town, have some fun, blow a bag. Fuck with me when I'm around, trust me, shorty, I'll be back, huh? I've been on the come up, running to the ones go. Boy, I got that one up, hustle when the funds low. Sundown to sun up, all I want is the cash. Now homie, run me the stash, put the ones in the bag. Now count up, count up, count up, count up. I'm talking 1 milli, 2 milli, 3 milli, 4 billy, 5 billy, I'm illy.
Yay! What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome to the Alphabets Football Show. Yes, I know it's not our normal day. Just like we told you in the group, I left y'all the message last night. We were going to do a makeup show. We had technical difficulties last night, but we don't miss shows. 3 years, we don't miss shows. Okay, so we're gonna do what we do, which is give you about an hour and a half to 2 hours to discuss our favorite sport in the whole wide world, which is football. But first things first, I'd like to introduce my lovely co-host. I call her Miss Brooks Willis because she's diehard. Speaking of diehard, I thought, man, there was a hoax going around. I don't know if you had seen this. They said that Bruce Willis had died. Did you see that this past week?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, there was somebody put out a crazy ass message saying that Bruce Willis had died. I'm sitting up there like, no way. I'm you have to check stuff like that because people be having pranks and stuff like that. So Bruce Willis is still very much alive. Ramona's husband, Mr. Bruce Willis, he's still alive. What's going on, Mona?
Oh, know what? I'm hoping my internet stays true and does well for us. So still fighting them. A guy never showed up and replaced the black box on the line outside on my pole. So
Well, we'll go as hard as we can for as long as we can. That didn't sound too good. But anyways, we'll do the best we can as hard as we can go for as long as we can. I really don't be trying to be nasty, guys. Anyways, so week 11. Make sure you're all like and share the show. Thursday night football. Flectron Moore, if you're out there, buddy. We made our picks. Me and Mona, we made our picks. I thought that Green Bay.
Oh well, I'll go back to that one.
I thought Green Bay, they beat my Cowboys last week. They look pretty good. I mean, Aaron Jones was doing his thing last week, and Aaron Rodgers and Watson came out and looked pretty good last week. The rookie Watson, he looked really good. I like him. I think he's still going to be good, but the Titans, we got to start giving the Titans props. So if I'm wrong,
I don't have anything against the Titans whatsoever.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry is amazing. Their defense does really well. What I worry about is I just don't think they have enough weapons receiving core wise.
Yeah, and I've never liked Ryan Tannehill.
I also don't think that Henry should be the only running back they have that they have to depend on at all times. I think they screwed up getting rid of the running back they had last year.
Yeah, Foreman.
Right.
Yeah, they got rid of Foreman. Well, they did go out and draft Hassan Haskins out of Michigan. So they tried, but I've never been a fan of Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill, Andy Dalton, Jimmy G, Kirk Cousins somewhat, and people will be like, well, your quarterback's Dak Prescott. Okay, that's cool. I just don't trust them. I don't trust them as quarterbacks, I just don't. Carson Wentz, I don't trust them. So, but they got the win. Derrick Henry, ran the ball down there. They had one drive, Mona, and they were like, it was 18 plays. 18. How do you have an 18 play drive? And they just marched down the field. Derrick Henry, Derrick Henry them to death. And then Austin Hooper did a little bit of something from the tight end position. Burks, their rookie, the wide receiver they got to replace A.J. Brown. He ain't really replaced A.J. Brown, but he replaced him on the roster. He had a good game, the rookie. He's been hurt. He came back and played well. But, we keep forgetting. You know who the number one seed was in the AFC playoffs last year?
Yeah,
Tennessee. We think about.
I didn't forget that. I just felt like they lost too much talent, and I honestly, I don't like Tannehill either, but I figured they might struggle some because I thought Malik Willis by week 6 would be the starting quarterback.
Yeah, I was wrong. They were the number one seed. Usually when we think about the AFC playoffs, we think about the Chiefs, we think about the Bills. But we got to start thinking about the Titans. We got to start thinking about the Dolphins. We got to start giving people their props. So we got to start thinking about the way that the Ravens are looking. So it's just you got to give them their props. So congratulations to the Tennessee Titans. The Packers, y'all are in trouble, man. I think now you're just fighting to get in. What are they like, 4-6 or something like that now? Like their record's not really that great. Like they pretty much got to win out. And the Vikings are 8-1, 9-8-1.
Yeah.
You're not going to catch them. Like the Vikings are going to win that division. So Aaron Rodgers, I don't know where y'all go from here. Y'all are going to have to make some moves in the offseason and shore that up.
Maybe they can sell off Jordan Love.
Nobody wants Jordan. That was a bad move. We're going to talk about some other bad moves here in a minute, but Jordan Love, that was a terrible. Sometimes
I want to go back to the Monday. What was it? Monday night game.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
Look,
Commanders and the Eagles.
we have no more undefeated teams. 1972 Dolphins. Y'all can pop y'all champagne bottles. Y'all, as y'all know, the 1972 Dolphins, they always, pop champagne when the last undefeated team loses.
Well, I think you got to take your hat off to what the Washington Commanders are putting on the field. I mean, you do.
They and considering their ownership and what they're going through, I think Daniel Snyder is going to lose that team. Taylor Heineke's not really a great.
Well, he's not going to lose it. He's going to sell it.
Well, he's going to.
I think he was on the verge of losing it, and that's why he's got it up for sale.
Yeah, well, what I mean by lose it, you ain't going to be the owner no more, whether through selling or what. Like, he's going to get his money, but he's losing the team. They went out and got Carson Wentz, another quarterback who I have no faith in. Taylor Heineke, he seems to inspire.
Good to see you.
He seems to inspire that team. Taylor Heineke does. They got some players coming back. Chase Young comes back this week. This guy was the number 1, number 2 pick a few years back. He just hasn't been healthy. But when it is divisional games, I don't think this is an indictment on the Eagles. I still think the Eagles are a very formidable team, but you have to understand, and I've told some other fan bases this.
James says they need to stick with Tyler Heineke.
When you're on top, you go from the hunter to the hunted. Everybody's cut. The Eagles, Vikings. Every time y'all see somebody, Buffalo Bills, Kansas City Chiefs, all you teams that are up those upper echelon teams, you have to understand when you have a little bit of success, you're going to get everybody's best shot. In any level, at any sport. Every time that people play Alabama, it doesn't matter if Alabama is having an off year. Everybody plays you like it's the SEC championship, the college football playoffs. Anytime you play the Lakers are always going to get everybody's best shot. The Cowboys, not really so much because of their success on the field, but it's like, because, you're America's team, you're going to get everybody's best shot. So you have to understand that. So
unless you're a Dallas Cowboy fan, you hate the Cowboys.
Yes. I'm a Cowboys fan. But Marcus, you're cool. I like you, but I hate your team. Okay, cool.
And a lot of people are like the same way with Pittsburgh. I mean,
every time you go,
a successful organization,
cornerstone,
people love to hate you. If they're not a fan of you.
Anything, if in any sport, you play the Yankees. Yep. The Yankees ain't won in a minute, and everybody who plays them plays them like it's
Dodger fan, even
Dodgers fans, Braves fans. You're going to get everybody's best. You're going to get everybody's best shot. If you're a champion at a sport, Ronda Rousey, everybody who came at you before, they were coming for your head. Mike Tyson, anybody. If you're on top, people are going to come for you. So congratulations to the Commanders. That's just such a hard to remember that the Commanders.
Right now, I do want to talk about, and I know that we had Jason Kelsey saying, you know what, no excuses.
Yeah,
we had plenty of opportunities to win this game, and they did. I mean, they did, but I do think there was a turning point in that game. I think that when the ball was fumbled, and listen, that ball is not fumbled if he doesn't get face masked.
Yeah.
And that's a fact. Now this kid's out for 4-6 weeks, maybe the season, right?
Yeah. Dallas Goedert, yeah.
And I can tell you, I actually went and I got the footage, and I made my own little GIF, and I'm going to play it right now. How in the hell?
I mean,
the ref's right on the other side, right there where the one is. There's a referee right there.
Yeah, the yard mark.
How does he not see that face mask?
And his head turned sideways, his helmet turned sideways.
Yeah.
And I mean, Dallas Goedert's been having an incredible season so far.
And I'm telling you right now,
you got to make those calls, man. You got to make those calls.
The announcers were talking about it. The face mask is not reviewable.
Yeah.
The fumble is reviewable, but the face mask isn't.
And
The fumble doesn't happen if he doesn't have a hold of that face mask jerking him to the ground.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just think that they got to really put some things in there with the rules.
Yeah.
They got to put some things in there with the rules when they see certain stuff. You know, it's to me, if it's something that's too critical, it's too critical. It's too
how does the referee on the sideline next to the sticks, because there's one on each side of the field, on the sidelines, and they're supposed to be lined up right there on the line of scrimmage. How in the hell does he not, neither one of those guys, see that face mask?
Yeah, I totally agree. So
I mean, I was ready to jerk my glasses off and send them to.
I hope for the competition committee. I hope things like this are brought up. You know, I hope that these are things here, little things like that go from you being 8-1, 9-0 to 8-1.
Exactly.
So you know it's hard. You know, it's hard, and you gotta be consistent. I feel like referees, when you miss calls like that, obvious. I think that referees should get grades. I think that they should get, like, this crew here should get grade, and whoever has the highest score team, you get like the Super Bowl, you get the playoffs. But if you're missing calls like that, it's like, hey, that's -2, -3. You know, they should get graded. So here's your bye weeks for the week, for this week: Bucks, Dolphins, Seahawks, Jags. All of my fantasy football players out there. That's your Leonard Fournette, Mike Evans, Tom Brady, Jalen Waddle, Tua, Tyreek, Geno Smith, Kenneth Walker, and is there anybody from the Jags? Oh, Travis Etienne. He's having a pretty good year. So make sure your lineups, Christian Kirk. Make sure that you make sure you get your lineup set up accordingly, okay? Because you will not have these guys this week.
No early game in the morning. So, but
you like your 9:30 games? You like your 9:30 games?
Do what?
Do you like a 9:30 game? 9:30 a.m. game?
No, I don't.
Well, it's 9:30 for you. It's 7:30 for me. As soon as I walk up, I wake up.
There's no game in the morning, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, do you like that?
I'm telling everybody, get their pick sheets in before, an hour before that particular game starts.
Yeah,
you need to have them pick sheets in, or at least let me know who you're picking for the first set of games.
For the first game. So make sure y'all make the arrangements for that, though. What do we got next here?
Okay.
So here's your news and notes. Not a lot of stuff. We do have stuff going on, but not a lot.
Have a few players
Mecole Hardman. Mecole Hardman. He's placed on the IR, and he's really kind of stepped it up since Tyreek's been gone. Originally,
and everybody is so worried about this game. And coming up, and I'm not as worried because I still think with the pickup of Tony, and they still have the other guys out there on the field. And I'm gonna tell you something. I love people.
Juju's out. Juju might be out too. He caught a concussion last week. He got smashed coming across the middle. So Juju
I did not know that he might be out.
Yeah, he might be out. I don't know if he's cleared concussion protocol.
He was playing.
Yeah, I don't know if he's cleared concussion protocol. And those are all the things that you have to look at. You got to look at when you're making your picks. That's what I always do. I look and I'm like, let me check this, because there's last minute
in survivor leagues and stuff, man. Just make sure.
Yeah, make sure you check that out.
Who you got left to choose? You might not want to pick the Chiefs this weekend.
Well, I actually picked the Chiefs for tomorrow. I still think they beat the Chargers. Tomorrow's just a toss up. Tomorrow, the whole damn league. Tomorrow's just a toss up. So yeah, I'm with you, Mona. I think Kadarius Toney. This is it. This is your opportunity, kid. This is your opportunity. This is what you've been waiting for. I think he sees a lot of targets tomorrow. So, Cooper Kupp, high ankle sprain, and you know how those high ankle sprains are.
He's out for the season.
They say he can make it back, but I think they shut him down.
Not after having the surgery. He's not going. There's no way.
Yeah. So I mean, the Rams,
and why chance it? Because I figured by the time he might get to come back.
Yeah,
it's going to be too late for their season.
It'll be too late for them. And this is what I tell y'all. When you're the defending Super Bowl champion, I mean, it's really hard to win a Super Bowl. Even harder to repeat. even
Right.
harder to repeat because the next season everybody's gunning for you.
And when you make
Everybody's coming
hey,
for
not even Super Bowls, man. You make it to the
Oh, yeah.
AFC or the NFC championship games, getting to those games, those are your teams who go to the Super Bowls.
Yeah, it's hard.
And
It's
those four
really
teams,
hard.
every team in your conference, in your division, is going to be headhunting you.
Yeah, everybody. You get everybody's best shot. You know, he had a
Yeah.
magical year last year, and now you know your season's over. Nothing near the season that you had last year. So we wish him a speedy recovery. You know, we just showed you the video of Dallas Goedert. He's probably out for the year. He's going to go get a second opinion. I have him on my fantasy league. I ain't dropped him. You know, look, man, you got
That just makes me
that
sick.
call.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. The way the guy hits him from the back, from his backside as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I see. It's like I don't know. I felt like they were intentionally trying to hurt this kid. I really did. I was friggin'. You listen, Gary is the Eagles fan, okay? He is the Eagles fan in this house, and I was more leaving. I mean, I jumped up. I was pissed. I was mad as hell that they did not call that face mask.
You gotta make that call. You gotta make that call. So, you know, that's probably going to be more targets for Devontae Smith. There's probably going to be more targets for AJ Brown, maybe a little bit more Miles Sanders out the backfield.
This right here hurts.
This guy, he's been struggling all year with injury. Shaquille Leonard, also known as Darius Leonard, he's out for the year. You know, they were kind of struggling. You know, so it's one of those things. I think. You know, sometimes when you start getting to a point where you're losing, when you're losing, you're having a bad season, get those guys out of there. You know, get them out of there and just and I know that's a hard thing to do, and start focusing for next year because he's one of the better linebackers when you look at off-ball linebackers, inside linebackers. Fred Warner, probably him. You know, as far as inside linebackers, you know, he's out. Devin White from Tampa Bay. Those type of guys. So, you know, speedy recovery for him. Another tight end. This hurts, you know. He's another one on one of my fantasy teams. He's out.
At least now.
What's going on, Chocolate Girl?
What's the head coach's name?
Kingsbury.
Kingsbury's got a reason for getting to the halfway mark and then just losing out now. He's got an excuse now.
Well, here's the thing. You got DeAndre Hopkins back.
I don't care.
Hollywood.
We had D-Hop last year and the year before. Guess what?
Hollywood Brown is back. He comes back this week. So they are getting some reinforcements.
I don't care.
You got James Conner who's back now. So
listen, the last three, ever since Kingsbury's been there, he gets hit the halfway mark and then he loses out.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, but those injuries, you know, football is a marathon, folks. I seen people, certain fan bases, they start off hot out the gate and they're talking about Super Bowl and what they're going to do and all of that. And then you start going on losing streaks and you start losing players. And then all of a sudden it's like.
Oh, good question there, Yuri. Let me put that up for you. Cliff Kingsbury, fired or not? If
they don't make the playoffs, yeah. I do believe it's that. I don't think that he's the first coach fired.
No, I don't either.
I think Josh McDaniel. I think Josh McDaniel is very much on the hot seat. I think Nathaniel Hackett is very much on the hot seat.
He was seen in Pittsburgh this past week.
Reich?
Yep.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah. I had a couple of Steeler friends in one of the groups said we saw Frank Reich in Pittsburgh. I'm like.
Yeah, I think that's more of a end of the year type thing, you know, depending on how the season goes. When I think he would be great for that, but you know, this is the time. You know, we're more than halfway through the season. We're
Aaron Mullen says, Kingsbury should never have gotten the job to start with, and I believe he'll be fired this season.
Yeah, I and
Sharon,
you
did you hear Sharon? I gotta ask her because she's my Steeler buddy. Did you hear Frank Reich was seen in Pittsburgh today? Wednesday. On Wednesday, he was seen in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I mean
Would that mean the firing of a Matt Canada and Frank Reich takes over? That would be awesome.
Yeah, and then you look at some of the coaches that are out there. You look at I think this offseason, the biggest name, the biggest name out there that everybody's going to be looking to try to get, right?
Oh, Sharon says Frank Reich's side chick lives in the Pittsburgh suburbs.
Yeah. You look at some of the coaches that are out there, a guy like Sean Payton is going to be a big commodity. You look at that. So
and you know what? Sean's what out a year now?
He set out this year. Yeah.
You think he'll come back?
Oh, I think without a doubt, I think he'll be back next year. I think, with Drew Brees retiring, he knew that's no offense, Dalton, the Saints are a rebuild job, and when you get to a certain level as a coach, I don't want to be part of a rebuild, when I can get out, my resume speaks for itself. Can you imagine a Sean Payton with the Raiders? Can you imagine a Sean Payton with the Broncos? Can you imagine Sean Payton with the Broncos with all the weapons that I think with them, he's going to have to go somewhere where they have a quarterback. He's not going to go somewhere where I got to sit up here and we got to draft a quarterback from scratch with a rebuild. So as y'all know, there's a big snowstorm, 6 feet of snow. Ace and Ethan and all those guys over there, my Buffalo guys, they were telling me, sending me pictures and stuff. I mean, that place is buried 6 feet of snow. So the NFL went ahead and decided, it was supposed to be Cleveland going to Buffalo for a game this week. Well, the NFL went ahead and moved it. They're going to play in Detroit. They landed today.
I think Buffalo would have lost a third straight game if Cleveland had to play in that snow.
If you had to stop Nick Chubb,
run the ball.
Stop Nick Chubb in the snow, I don't think that would have been too much.
I don't even think they could stop Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, I mean, so they moved the game there. They're going to just stay there. They're going to play the game tomorrow in Detroit. They got there today, and they're just going to stay there. And then they got another game actually against Detroit on Thursday, 4 days from tomorrow on Thanksgiving Day. So they're just going to stay there. Eagles always making moves. Howie Roseman, he's always trying to update that roster.
I had forgot about Sue still being available out there.
Yeah, I wanted him.
They did not like the fact that
they got ran on.
Running the ball
down their throat. They didn't like Brian Robinson. This past week ran the ball down their throat. The Commanders and they said, no, we cannot have this. So they go get Linval Joseph and Ndamukong. Not one, they go get both of them. We're gonna stop this running crap. And that's the way your team needs to be. When you see a deficiency, I cannot tell you how demoralizing it is when you're a defense. And I didn't play defense. But I used to love, because, the teams I played on, I was a running back. There was nothing better than I love when they're like, this team can't stop the run. I would just lick my lips and I'm like, this is going to be a great day, And when you just see, when you're, 5 yards, 6 yards, 15 yards. So
I forgot about Joseph being out there too. Because I was looking at this news and I said, why in hell did Pittsburgh pick one of these guys?
Yeah, that's about 680 pounds of beef right there between those two. Because I think they had him at 350, and I think Sue's about 310. So they're going to shore up that middle. They're going to stop it up there. You look at the backs in the NFC East.
It's probably going to take them a couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks to get into football shape,
Well, yeah, because Sue has sat out. He sat out. He'll probably. I don't know. I don't know if they put him on a practice squad, but it'll probably be a couple of weeks before Sue. Not. So we'll see. So we gave you draft order
We
last
were at
week.
pick 4 last week. Pick 4.
Yeah,
for the
and that's what
2023 draft.
yeah.
One damn win moves us up to pick 10.
Yeah. And sometimes, people always ask me, like, yeah, Dallas is mediocre. Y'all are middle of the road. You know what it is? Dallas is never just horrible. It's almost better to be 3-13 than like 8-8. Because at 8-8, you're picking at 15 or 16. And yeah, can you find good players? Can you find good players in the middle of the first round? Yeah, you can, but not as much as you can with blue chip top 10, top 5 players. We see how fast the Bengals turned around, right? Getting the number 1 overall pick with Joe Burrow, getting a Jamar Chase in the top 5.
Well, yeah, but I mean, they got a quarterback that ain't gonna last very long in the NFL because, well, my God, he's the most sacked quarterback in the league because they didn't want to go with a number 1 pick in the draft and get him a daggone lineman.
Yeah,
Penny Sewell would have been perfect.
Yeah, but when I said it, Marcus was just hating. Marcus, and Chase. Don't get me wrong; he's an incredible talent. He's hurt right now, which is kind of hurting y'all. But your quarterback is still getting hit in the mouth, and you can't have that. Yeah, and then the Eagles got a top.
Jamar Chase. We've been with Jamar Chase first game, and offensively, I think our offense is playing better now than what they did in the first game of the season. Yeah. So let's just keep it a buck. Our defense is back. We picked up a couple of players that have really helped this defense. So I'm excited about this game this weekend. I really am. And it's in Pittsburgh. And Sharon, I agree. I think Sue would have come to Pittsburgh and even took a damn pay cut to play in Pittsburgh. I really do.
Sharon says, Ramona, do you think Tomlin will be fired? Had dudes telling me that the last 2 weeks.
Oh, they're full of shit. They are. Listen, let me tell you something. These people who keep, hollering and screaming, fire Tomlin. Sharon, how long have you been a fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers? And have you ever seen them fire a head coach? Ever? No. They don't fire. In the middle of the season? They do fire offensive coordinators. They do fire defensive coordinators. But they do not fire head coaches.
Nope.
Our head coach replacement for when Tomlin decides to retire is already on our team right now coaching.
Yeah.
Brian Flores will be our next head coach. I don't have a doubt in my mind.
Let me see here. Eddie Woodcock at work making some money. Go Colts. Colts 21, Philly 20. Sharon says since 1971. So there's your draft order. That's your draft order. As Meek Mill says, whatever you do, there's levels to this. You all know every week we do your leaders in each statistical category. There goes that man.
This list has changed
so many times. Remember when Matt Ryan was on there?
Yeah.
Ryan was on there. Patrick Mahomes back on top. Tom Brady, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow was on a damn bye last week too. That's and Geno Smith. I believe he's on a bye this week. So here's your top five.
The Seahawks are on a bye this week.
What's that?
The Seahawks are on a bye this week, so he may drop out of the top.
Yeah, he probably won't be there. He probably won't be there.
But listen, for Geno Smith to be where he's at and what he's doing in Seattle, I think maybe he got a second chance at life in the NFL.
Yeah. What was that? Go back to that. What was that? The Seahawks. Where did they pick out again? We just had that up there on the top 10 draft picks.
Hold on.
What the Seahawks? They're at 7. I mean, they're going to have to make a decision. With Geno playing so well, do you stay there? Do you move up and get a quarterback? So we'll see. He's making it very hard for them.
I think if Geno Smith was to sniff the playoffs and get them into the playoffs, guess what? I think they don't get another quarterback.
Yeah, you got DK Metcalf, you got Tyler Lockett, you got a young stud running back in Kenneth Walker. So your offense, maybe you go get an elite offensive lineman, or an edge rusher, another corner. So that kid Diggs, he's playing really good.
I don't expect to work miracles in 2023 draft.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be maybe a year or so, but I think that I think Seattle's going to be right back in it.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
And
No doubt about it.
I think the Seattle Seahawks absolutely knew when to get rid of the baggage. Russell Wilson.
Pete Carroll, he pulled a fast one, man. He pulled the old heist over there. They got the Broncos. They got them. Here's your receiving leaders. Tyreek Hill.
Jalen Waddle moving back out.
Now that he's gone.
Cooper Kupp will be gone after
this week.
probably.
This will be his last week on there. Look, guys, we got to start looking at, when we start talking about the elite wide receivers, got to start thinking about Justin Jefferson.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to talk about him in a little bit. We got a little bit of film on him. Tyreek Hill doing just incredible. Those two Dolphins receivers, and then Saquon Barkley. For me, I got him up there at the top of the comeback player of the year.
I don't like Pete. I've never liked him. Never liked him. I always felt that he was key reasons why he loses Super Bowls.
Yeah, cost them one. He cost them one. He cost them one.
Well, yeah, exactly. And one man made sure the whole world knew who cost him that Super Bowl.
Yeah. So this kid, Dameon Pierce, we talk about offensive rookie of the year. I thought Breece Hall was up there.
Well, I think Breece Hall would have won it if he didn't get hurt.
Yeah. You look at Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave, Kenneth Walker. There's some good rookies out there, but this kid Pierce, because they have nothing over there. They have absolutely nothing. To do that with Davis Mills and no wide receivers. I mean, they got Brandon Cooks, but he ain't really doing nothing. And Josh Jacobs doing that too with Derek Carr and it's like they're trying to get the number one
after this week. Most likely, Derrick Henry bit number one.
Yeah, I would say.
And don't get me wrong. Not that I'm taking anything away from Saquon Barkley, because where he's at and the number he's got up there, but he may actually drop to third.
And this wasn't before the game yesterday.
Oh, so he Thursday night be up there. That's right.
Yeah, because we get these slides on Tuesday morning, so this doesn't include what he just did on Thursday night. And I know he had over 100 yards that game. So,
right.
He might be number one, depending on what Barkley does
right now. So,
and depending on what Nick Chubb does to the Bills. But anyways, so those are your rushing leaders, and then here's your receiving lead. That's everybody.
I think Sauce Gardner has it hands down as far as defensive rookie of the year.
Oh, no doubt. I think that's a lock. And you know what, Mona? I thought that Derek Stingley, I thought he had a chance, during the draft. I thought maybe he would be better than Sauce. I thought because Sauce played at the University of Cincinnati and he didn't really play against, really great competition. Sauce Gardner's a problem. He's a problem.
I never thought that. Never thought that. I always thought Sauce was going to be just the tip top guy.
He is a problem. I think maybe Aiden Hutchinson, but I just think Sauce has just done what he's done, and the receivers he's just put in cuffs.
Said Kenneth Walker or Sauce.
Kenneth Walker for maybe offensive rookie of the year, and Sauce for defense. Yeah. I thought maybe Aiden Hutchinson would have a chance on defense. I don't think so now.
Listen. You know what? I love this guy.
Yeah,
I love him.
Yeah,
I think this is one of the most explosive. I rank him up there right with the way your guy Lamar Jackson came out into the league. He just doesn't. He doesn't have the cast around him that Lamar did his first season.
Yeah.
I love this kid. I love him. I am so jealous. Rocco, shout out to Rocco Raquel. Yeah. I love your quarterback.
Devon Stanfield, that's his guy there. He called me the other day. He was just this guy here. He's incredible. And like you said, Mona, when they start they have the most salary cap space. They're going to probably have a top top 5 to top 7 pick next year. $130 million of salary cap space. They got rid of contracts. You got rid of Roquan Smith. You got rid of Robert Quinn. You know, you got rid of those heavy contracts. You're really not paying anybody. This guy's on his rookie deal. You guys can go out. I want to go see a Marvin Harrison Jr., the wide receiver from Ohio State. Put some weapons around this kid. And no, Josh Allen's not more explosive.
Sharon says, I wish Pittsburgh had him.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think Kenny Pickett's going to.
And I will say this too: San Francisco.
That's who was supposed to have took him.
Atlanta Falcons.
We had him taking him in the draft.
Atlanta Falcons. You messed up, bro. You took Trey Lance over this dude. And Mona, we did the draft show. We gave him to the 49ers. You took Trey Lance instead.
I was there. I remember.
Atlanta Falcons, you took Kyle Pitts over Jamar Chase. You know, it's like, come on. You know, you got an opportunity to do something like that. Didn't Mac Jones go before him? Mac Jones went like before him too, didn't he?
No,
I think Mac Jones went like
he was later in the first round. The Patriots.
Yeah. So, you know, these are the kind of decisions when you miss.
G-Ball says he can't throw the ball consistently.
No, he looks pretty. He maybe not as accurately as you want, but I mean that's the same thing that's said about Lamar Jackson. You can get open a lot of times because the teams are so focused on you taking off. You got receivers running.
I know why you and Q-Ball get along so well.
Yeah. Ohio State does not produce good quarterbacks. I got you. Look, there's always one that comes along. You know, there used to be a stereotype about Penn State running backs. Remember Kajana Carter, Curtis Enos? Remember those guys?
Yep.
And everybody's like, don't draft a running back out of Penn State. You know, don't draft Ohio State running backs. Archie Griffin, the only man to win back-to-back Heisman trophies. Then you get guys like Zeke and Beanie Wells and you start getting guys like, okay, the Penn State guys. I think Saquon Barkley's pretty good. Miles Sanders is pretty good, right? So there's, Alabama. Oh, don't draft Alabama core. I think Jalen Hurts looks pretty good. Mac Jones looks pretty good.
Everybody wants to throw it in my face. Yeah, but Jalen Hurts started with Alabama and went to Oklahoma.
Okay, Oklahoma quarterbacks don't get Oklahoma quarterback. Okay, let's
talk about who the best quarterback in the league is right now. Stat-wise.
Yeah.
Tua. I mean, come on. I mean,
Yeah. If you want to play the Oklahoma game, when's the last time there was a good Oklahoma quarterback? That really good Oklahoma that was a pro. Everybody remember Josh Heupel? Everybody remember Josh Heupel? Jason White? Sam Bradford? Remember those guys? Oklahoma quarterbacks? Okay. So, there's always somebody that's going to come along and break that mold. So congratulations to Justin Fields doing his thing. And he probably going to hit it.
I should stay in El Paso so I could be live sitting with you breaking this down.
You should have hit me up, fam. Next time you're through, come through, man. We'll do something, man. Take you out for a steak or something.
I love this kid.
Yeah. Justin Jefferson, I had an argument with my homeboy Mookie Hawkins. We were going back and forth with a debate. He said Steph Diggs is the best wide receiver in the league. I don't agree. I think, look, you always have that changing of the guard. You have that changing of the guard where people.
And I also believe this: if Justin Jefferson had Josh Allen as a quarterback, I think his numbers would be so explosive, it would be breaking records.
And here's the thing, Mona. Here's the thing. They could have, if they didn't do the Stephon Diggs trade, you could have drafted this guy. Who else?
He'll be coming back through on the 28th.
Come through, bro. Come through. I'll be around. I ain't hard to find. I am not hard to find. We can do something. So Justin Jefferson, we got to see him this week. I'm not looking forward to it.
I love his answer.
Of course.
When he was asked if he was the best wide receiver in the league. Of course. Duh.
So, Q, I was on with Q Ball. I went on his show, the Minnesota Vikings show with his people over there, had a blast. And Win, lose, or draw. If y'all need me on Monday, I'll be right back over there. I ain't hard to find. Dolphins, 0 sacks allowed, 0 points. They're doing you Buffalo Bills.
0 punts. Not 0 points, 0 punts.
0 point punts. I'm sorry. You better start taking these guys seriously. I was just told, we're just going to run away with the division. Yeah. I think the Dolphins will have something to say about that. You're 0-2 in the division. You better start taking these guys. You better start taking the Jets seriously too. Yep. Most touchdowns from Mahomes. Travis Kelce has passed by Tyreek Hill. So that's the new record now.
Yep.
Just pass it by this week. These guys used to be on the same team. That's scary. So
right.
Congratulations to Travis Kelce. Who's the best tight end in the league, Mona?
Travis Kelce. Do you see me roll my eyes?
Just okay. Most touchdown pass
for now.
Yeah. Most touchdown passes.
Smooth.
I think the debate is over. I remember in this. I'm talking about Patrick Mahomes. Somebody was saying, once Tyreek Hill leaves, Patrick Mahomes, he's a system quarterback. They figured him out. Yeah. Have they? Okay. So there it is. That's your guy. Pedigree. And then the guy who's supposed to be better, look who's leading the league in interceptions. Look at that. So look, when you're playing really good, I'm gonna give you your credit. But when you don't play so good, I need you right here. Because all at the beginning of the season, Mona, did we give him player of the week? Did Josh Allen, did he get any players of the week from us? Diehard Rocky Blyer? Did we ever give him? There were a couple.
Yeah, he was quarterback of the week a couple of times.
When you do good, we're gonna give you your credit. But when you're playing like crap, we're gonna tell it to you then too. So I need you here for that too, right here. So you need to clean that up. You get an opportunity this week, and you see this right here, Josh Allen in overtime. Look, y'all talk about this guy
for a reason.
Yeah. MVP. Oh, he's the MVP. He's going to be the MVP this year. The MVPs win these games. You can't lose overtime games, folks. Can't do it. Cannot do it. So this your week. You better get it together. And then you got another game in 4 days to turn it right back around. So what do we got next?
Hold on.
I can't remember
how to tell you, Dalton. I'm sorry.
They were dead wrong, weren't they, Marcus? Yeah. Josh Allen has more interceptions than Kenny Pickett. That's what Sharon said. Oh, I say Facebook user, what do I need to do again? She's like, move. 555, most rushing yards for a quarterback in a 5-game span in the Super Bowl era. Not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick. This guy who's not so explosive that ran a 4.4. Not so explosive. You'll never live that one down, guy.
He's breaking records, man. Come on. The guy is just
about Josh Allen.
Every time he gets on the field, this kid is breaking records. I love it.
Josh Allen's explosive too. You fucking Brian Clark say that. He's explosive. Look at him. He likes hurdling people. He ran a 4.7. He ran slower than Ben Roethlisberger. Anyways, so what we got next? What we saw this one here. Is that? Give me some did you know?
Did you knows?
Josh Allen, he's explosive too. He get crops. Don't get city respect.
I think Burrow's dropped out of the MVP race. I don't think he's in it now. I know you
Josh
said
Allen?
early picks, and I agree. I kind of wondered. I didn't actually. I did not have him being MVP candidate because I kind of felt like once you go to a Super Bowl and you lose, you really don't come back playing the same way. Super Bowl hangover, whatever you want to call it. But not only that, but once your team goes to a Super Bowl or an AFC and NFC championship game,
And lose.
All the teams around you are gunning for you at that point.
Yeah. Mona, do me a favor before you do the Did You Knows. Can you play that good Buffalo Bill footage? Can you play that? Do you
I
have
sure
it?
can.
For the bottle?
All right, guys, here you go. Check out this Buffalo Bills bottle that we're raffling off. We still got about 52 tickets to sell.
Yeah. Bills Mafia. Don Brown. Yeah. It's the Mafia, you know I'm rocking with the Bills. It's the Mafia, you know I'm rocking with the Bills. It's the Mafia, I'm with the Buffalo Bills. It's the Mafia, you know I'm rocking with the Bills. Hey, who you reppin'? What's your team? Who you reppin'? What's your team? You know I'm reppin' for my team. I got Josh Allen on my team. Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer, can you catch it? Can you? Trade day is like a mask, you not catching anything. Matt Milano making plays, we not scared of any team. Best in the AFC, all the praise of Brandon Bean. You hear Sean McDermott clapping while I'm snapping? Do you? Jerry Hughes will get the sack soon as you snap it. Yeah. Andre Roberts running back, ain't no just backing. Mafia, we on a ride and we got traction. We got Beasley, we got Diggs. McKenzie make you miss. Dawson Knox with the stiff arm, treat opponents just like his. Feliciano, Deion Dawkins block defenders like the fence. Hey, it's the Mafia. I said no one on top of us. I said no one is blocking us on top of our division, so it's clear that it's no stopping us. Google best team in the league and we popping up. Hey, who you reppin'? What's your team? Who you reppin'? What's your team?
Okay. All right, so according to Elias Sports Bureau, Justin Fields is the first quarterback since 1950 with 300-plus rush yards in a 2-game span.
What's that, 150 a game?
Yeah, averaging about 150 a game.
150 a game? You know?
Pretty impressive, man.
Yep. Yeah.
All right, another fun fact. The Broncos drafted Jerry Jeudy 8 picks before Justin Jefferson, and they drafted Bradley Chubb 2 picks before Josh Allen.
I think the Broncos wouldn't mind having Josh Allen right now,
or
Justin Jefferson. Yeah, and I think the Raiders, if they could go back too, I think they'd rather have.
I don't know if Allen would have done as well though in Denver with the coaching staff. I think that out of all the teams he could have landed with, the Buffalo Bills were so thirsty for a quarterback.
Yeah.
And you got to admit, man, all of Buffalo have this guy's back.
They love him. They definitely love him.
Yeah.
But I think anytime you go somewhere, the Broncos were starving for a quarterback too. I mean,
but I don't think the coaching staff would have done as well.
I got you. Vance Joseph, and all of those guys. Yeah, I got you. I think
you went into the perfect situation.
Perfect situation.
And the Buffalo Bill fans have done nothing but surround him in love.
Yeah, no doubt. I can't argue with that.
Okay, so this is our Rocky Bleier Tough Guy Award section, and we have our offensive and defensive players of the week for both the AFC and NFC. And our offensive players of the week are Jonathan Taylor, 147 yards rushing, 1 touchdown, 16 yards receiving, and with 2 receptions. So this was our AFC offensive player of the week. Our NFC offensive player of the week is none other than Justin Jefferson. And I do have some highlights of that game. I'm telling you, this kid makes catches that just are freaking unbelievable. I mean,
yeah, he's
unbelievable. So I'm going to play those real quick. The guy is just.
They had no answer for him. The thing is with him is, when I look at him, I'm going to start calling him Lex Luger. You remember the wrestler Lex Luger? Do you remember that, Mona? You watch wrestling?
I do. I did. I don't watch the new age stuff as much.
Well, he was an old school wrestler. You
I
remember
know.
Lex
I
Luger?
remember Lex Luthor. Trust me.
Lex Luger. Do you
listen,
remember what his? Do you remember
listen.
what his nickname was? You remember what Lex Luger's nickname was?
I don't.
The Total Package. That's what I'm gonna start calling. That's what I'm gonna start
Now,
calling
see,
Justin
I've been
Jefferson.
back into the 70s watching wrestling. You know, Igor and Blackjack Mulligan and you know,
Von
the Rock and Roll
Erich.
Express, Rick Steamboat and Jay
The
Youngblood.
Von Erich.
Yeah, the Von Erich.
I mean,
yeah.
this all of them, the whole family. I mean, this guy, they just had no answer for him. They got, as you see in this thing right here,
age, I know.
you see right here, they put him in the slot, they play him on the outside, they put him in motion. He's never lined up in the same place, so he's a matchup nightmare. He is a matchup nightmare.
And when he catches the ball and there ain't nobody around him, you better have at least two guys to try and stop him.
Yeah, and here's the thing with it. You see right there, he's in the slot. He's in the slot right there. You know, he gets outside. Like I mean, if you want to stop this guy, you got to have that corner that travels because this guy is never in the same spot. So you got to figure. I don't
know that anybody can actually guard him every time.
Yeah,
you're just going to lose some.
Yeah, you're going to win some, you're going to lose some. And this guy here, and Mona, when this guy comes up on his contract, this guy's still in his rookie. He's still in his rookie deal.
Oh, yeah.
He should be coming up. Right? He was in the 2020 draft? 2020, 21, 20. I mean, he's still got like 2 years left before you got to pay him. I think he was in the 2020. He was in that COVID year because he was in the COVID year.
The Vikings are going to pay this guy before his time's up.
They better pay. I mean, if Tyreek's making $30 million a year, what is this guy and Jamar Chase going to make? Yeah. What are they going to make? You know,
they're going to be making what our quarterbacks back in the 80s and 90s and hell, they're going to be making a lot of money.
Yeah. So congratulations to him. I'm kind of dreading seeing him. We play him this week. Yep. If I'm the Cowboys, I'm having Trey Diggs follow this guy all over the field. Wherever he goes, I'll be like, you got this guy. Wherever he goes,
maybe your free safety. Help.
You just can't. This guy, he's a problem. So what else you got, Mo?
Then you don't have to. Running as far as their running game, I think you guys will be okay.
Yeah.
But then again, it depends on how many it's going to take to cover this guy.
Yeah, you know, because you got, and then the thing is too, if you don't put 8 in the box, then Dalvin Cook will kill you. You know, right. It's just, and then people forget about Hawkinson. You know, them picking up. You know, making a good move at the trade deadline, not going to get a player like they already have and going to get an elite tight end and TJ Hawkinson. Why the hell would the Lions trade him in the division? Makes no sense to me, but that's the Detroit Lions.
All right, so our defensive players of the week are none other than AFC Defensive Player of the Week, Alex Highsmith. Whew. You know, I'm telling you, and you know what? His play is going to get even better now that TJ Watt's back. And this week they're saying TJ is still going to be kind of on a snap count, but not like he was last week. So, and the more TJ's out there, this guy is going to eat more.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm telling you, Alex Highsmith, we've got to figure out a way to pay this guy when his contract's out.
Yeah, because this guy. If this guy were to hit free agency, there would be an elite edge rushing 3-4 outside linebacker. Yeah, you got to find a way to keep this guy on the squad. You know, you got to find a way to pay this guy.
Okay, our NFC Defensive Player of the Week is Devin White with Tampa Bay Bucks.
Yeah, he's been
9 tackles with 2 sacks. Yeah. I do have some Highsmith. I actually had some of Devin White too. I found a highlight reel of his, but I couldn't get it downloaded because my internet, it's been run by gerbils.
Yeah.
But
he's been one of the bright spots for them. You know, you look at a guy like Shaq Barrett, but he's been one of the bright. Oh, this Alex Highsmith.
Yeah.
Back to Alex Highsmith. You know, having a guy, you got to have those bookends. You got to have those two defensive ends, 4-3 defensive ends, or those 2-3-4 outside linebackers where they can't roll protection to one side. So it was very impressive what he did. And you know what? People are just going to say, well, it's because he's got TJ Watt on one side. He was actually still playing well while TJ Watt was out. So I think that's a testament to how good.
Yeah, he was leading the league in sacks for the first, 4 games?
Yeah, he got up to like, 6, 7 sacks. So, so congratulations to him.
And I didn't get a quarterback player of the week. I just didn't. Sorry.
He wasn't one of those. I don't know if there was really just a breakout quarterback performance. But
no. I don't think there was. So, special teams players of the week are AFC special teams player Ryan Stonehouse, the punter with the Tennessee Titans. He scored 8 points of their points to beat the Packers. So, or no, not the Packers. This
was from last week.
Who did they play last week?
I do not remember who they played last week. Was it I don't remember. I don't
either. Anyway, 74 was his longest punt. Wow.
Yeah.
Come on.
That's a weapon. I mean, people don't think about it. That field position game is major, and those, when you're making a team have to drive the length of the field, it's no, you pin them inside your 5-yard line.
Our NFC player of the week is Joey Sly with the Washington Commanders. He scored 14 of their points. 14 points.
He's a damn good kicker. I remember when he was with the Carolina Panthers.
Denver last week.
Yeah. Well, that's were they in Mile High? They probably were in Mile High. You can, with that thin air up there, you can kick the damn thing for 80. Probably
they were saying that Stonehouse.
Let's say Tennessee played Denver last week.
I knew Washington didn't play them. I can't remember who they played. We just talked about it. Eagles.
Or the Eagles, yeah. It was the Eagles they played last
Monday night.
week.
Yeah. That was the Monday night game, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And no honorable mention. Oops. Well, he'll be an honorable mention forever for me because this guy's just explosive. Here's our Alphabets Pick'em League leaderboard. We've got Jared Muller at 91. Flectron Moore's leading. I think Flex is in first place right now with 92 wins.
Okay.
Then we have
Adam Flag.
Angie Sanchez is at 89.
Angie, damn it, man.
Yep. She's still way up there. She's only 4 games back?
Yeah.
3 games back.
3 games back.
Yeah. And then you got Marcus. He's slowly getting up there. He's at 86.
I'm gonna come around that corner on y'all. I'm coming for you.
I'm 2 behind you now, buddy.
Yeah, and I already started off the week bad with the.
Well, I did too. I picked the same team, so.
And I think Sandra picked
Tennessee. They played in Tennessee. Denver and Tennessee did.
Sandra picked. She picked. Who did she pick? I forgot. I think she got her pick. The Thursday game.
Oh no, she took the Eagles.
No, for the Thursday game. That was the Packers and
Titans. She took the Titans.
She took the Titans. Damn it! So she already got another one up on me. Okay. All right. So there's all of the picks. Make sure y'all get your sheets in. I tell y'all this all the time. Get your sheets in. Get your sheets in. Sit down. It's easy. Fill it out. We're giving away $100. We're getting Ramona's going to give y'all $100, and I'm just, but no, we're going to give y'all.
I found a couple of street corners.
We're going to give y'all $100 to whoever wins the pick'ems in the group. Whoever wins in the group, we're going to give you $100.
I'm going to be like Donna Summers on the street corner at the line.
Looking for some hot stuff, baby, this evening. So, what are we ready to get to these picks for our picks this week? So, we're gonna do our picks, make our picks this week. Me and Mona, we both took we both lost our Thursday game pick. We both took Green Bay. You know, Mona, you know how we said we weren't picking we weren't picking the Raiders no more. I think we agreed. We weren't picking the Jags no more. I don't think I'm picking Green Bay anymore this year. I'm done. I'm done with Green Bay. I'm done. It used to be when you said play Green Bay on the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field, it was pretty much a victory for them. I'm not picking them anymore.
All right, so we're going to have to fly through these because Cora is just in there throwing a fit. And
okay, so first game, Chicago at Atlanta. We just talked about Justin Fields. I'm going to go with Justin Fields. I think Chase Claypool, another week in the system. Atlanta, I don't trust him. I don't trust Marcus Mariota. I just don't do it. I think Justin Fields, he's going to try to make a point since they passed over him in the draft. And I think I'm going to say 21-14 Chicago.
I'm just not sure. I've looked at this game. I want to take Chicago. I do, but I just don't know that I can.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna go. I am gonna go with Chicago. I don't really want to. I just feel like Atlanta's had a couple of bad games, but I think.
Remember, Justin Fields went to the University of Georgia before he went to Ohio. I think he's going to be wanting to go there and make a point. Just remember that.
Right. I'm going to go ahead and take the Chicago Bears. I'm going to say, I'm going to keep it close. I'm going to say 24-21.
24-21. Okay. Next game, we got Cleveland at Buffalo. As you know, with the earlier slide that we did, that the game has been moved from Buffalo to Detroit. Buffalo's already on the ground. So Buffalo's going to stay there for the next two games. They got another game on Thursday, the Thanksgiving game, so they're going to be there for two games in a row. With the snow and stuff, I had picked Cleveland. I thought Cleveland would win that game in the elements. Now that it's moved into a dome, in the dome, I'm actually going to go Buffalo. I think the Bills have lost, two straight? I don't see them losing three straight. I think Nick Chubb is still going to get his, but I trust Josh Allen a little bit more than I trust Jacoby Brissett. I think Gabe Davis and Stephon Diggs, they both have good games. So I'm going to say 24-12. 24-12 Cleveland. Buffalo.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, I'm taking Cleveland.
Okay.
I'm taking Cleveland. Because we've seen what Buffalo does against running teams, and I don't care if it's inside, outside, turf, concrete. They cannot stop the run. Okay. And I think they are going to get a fistful of nothing but running from Nick Chubb and Hunt.
Okay.
And I think that Brissett can do just enough to keep the defense honest. And let's not Brissett can throw the football.
And Amari Cooper is a damn good receiver too. He's doing really good over there.
So I'm taking Cleveland. I'm going to say 31-27.
Okay.
Yep.
Let me see here.
That's my
Sharon says Bears 31-17. Dalton, Bears 26-24. Sharon, Bills 27-14. Dalton, Bills 29-16. Let me see here. Next game. Next game we got Philly at Indianapolis. Matt Ryan, he's a new starter again, and I know Jonathan Taylor had a good game. I think Philadelphia is going to be pissed off this week. I think they're going to be furious losing that game like that.
Yeah.
And I think I know they don't have Dallas Goedert there, but I think you see a little bit more AJ Brown. I think you see a little bit more Miles Sanders. I think you see a little bit more Devontae Smith. I think you see Jalen Hurts taking off.
Two new guys going to be playing Sue, and
I don't know if they're going to play yet, and I don't think it matters. But I'm sure that one of them is probably going to play. And they did this knowing that they were going to have to face Jonathan Taylor. I think Philly wins big because they're going to be pissed off. 35-14 Philly.
I think you're right. I think Philly's going to run the score up on them. Actually, I'm going to say 38. $17.
38-17. Okay. New York Jets. Oh man, this is going to be. This is probably going to be a messy game. New York Jets at New England. I like what the Jets are doing. I like what they're doing. I think it's going to be a close game. Mac Jones versus Zach Wilson. 2 power running games in the elements.
I just feel like Jets have a little bit better running game, I think.
I don't know. When you look at when you look at Ramondre Stevenson and Damian Harris.
But Damian Harris still fighting an injury.
He's still a little wobble.
And then letting it snow, because you know if it's snowing in Buffalo, it's snowing in New England.
Yeah, this is a toss up. It's really tough. I'm gonna say it's in New England. I'm gonna say 2017 New England.
I'm going to say 21-17 Jets.
Okay. 21-17.
Either I'm going to catch up and pass your ass,
We're going to fall
or I'm going to be falling way behind.
Yeah. Let me see here. Sharon says Patriots 23-21. Close one. Yep. Dalton Jets 23-16. Some starter on the Jets is out. LA Rams at New Orleans.
Who's out for the Jets?
I don't know. I'll have to check on that. She said there's some starter out for the Jets. I don't know who that would be. LA Rams at New Orleans. Maybe Matthew Stafford plays. No Cooper Kupp. No Cooper Kupp. I just think offensively they're not going to be able to do anything. New Orleans, you still got Kamara, you got Olave, you got Juwan Johnson at tight end. I think you see some Taysom Hill on some Wildcat stuff.
Make the difference in this game.
And I just think that their offense. I love, you know what I think about Aaron Donald, but they have nothing offensively without. They were struggling with Cooper Kupp, and now without him, Van Jefferson and Schwannick or whatever his name is. Give me New Orleans. I nearly took them this for my survivor pick, but I don't trust Andy Dalton. I like.
Told you.
Yeah. So give me
I've been telling you that always.
Another low scoring game. I'm going to say 17-10 New Orleans.
21-14 New Orleans.
Okay. Detroit at
in the Meadowlands.
Detroit at New York Giants. Which Detroit team's going to show up? You know, which team
right?
Show up? You never know what you're going to get. I think Jamison Williams is nearly back. You know,
life is like a box of chocolates. You never know.
What you're going to get. I like to me. I think Brian Daboll's the coach of the year.
Yeah, I do too.
They're in New York. This is a Saquon Barkley game. And, you know, Daniel Jones does just enough. I like what Darius Slayton's doing. Another low-scoring game, 21-17 21-17 Giants.
Yeah, I'm going with you on that one. I got the Giants as well. 21. I'm gonna say 24-17.
4-17. Okay. Saints. Dalton says Saints 19-14. Carolina at Baltimore.
Where the hell did Carolina's team come from after they got rid of their coach? Got rid of.
Well, what they're doing is they're running Donta Foreman. He is doing, and sometimes DJ Moore shows up, but I like Baltimore. I think Baltimore, coming back off a bye week, Gus Edwards, Kenyon Drake, Mark Andrews is back, Devin Duvernay. Give me Baltimore. It's in Baltimore. I think Baltimore's starting to hit their stride. They're starting to get healthier. Roquan Smith. I love it. I'm going to say Baltimore 24-10 Baltimore.
I'm going to say it's going to be cold.
Run.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and Baker Mayfield starting this week. I just put that out there. PJ Walker's out.
I'm going to say 31. I'm going to say 31-24 Baltimore. But that game very well could be different because one thing that Baker Mayfield does know how to do is he knows how to beat Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah. When he was with the Browns and he had an awesome offense and a good offensive line. Not so much awesome and now he can't beat out PJ Walker or Sam Darnold. So yeah.
I think they brought him back. I thought he started too soon. I still think he's having problems. I still think he's recovering from his shoulder.
Yeah.
But, that's just me. I'm just glad we didn't get him.
Yeah.
Washington at Houston.
Brian freaking Robinson. Houston can't stop anything. I like Taylor Heineke. I think that you get Chase Young back this week. All they got is the kid, Damian Pierce. That's all Houston has. Brandon Cooks don't really want to be there. I'm going to say Washington in a low-scoring game, 17-10 Washington.
Oh, I think it's going to be worse than that. I think it's going to be like 24-13.
24-13?
Yep.
Okay. Sharon says, reluctantly, Commanders 2017. Las Vegas at Denver. I think Las Vegas is tanking, y'all. After this year, they can get rid of Derek Carr with no penalty.
Yep.
And I think they're in a total rebuild there. I think they're doing everything they can to get rid of. I don't think that Josh McDaniels ever wanted Derek Carr, and I think this is their way to get out of it. They're in Denver, I just don't see it. Denver coming back, they run the ball. Cortland Sutton. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Even though I'm not really sold on Russ, they're in Denver, and I just think that I think Mark Davis is telling them to tank. I really do believe that. I think they're trying to tank to get the number 1 pick.
I think. So, why else would you be happy with Josh McDaniels? Because he seems to be.
Yeah,
he said he was.
Yeah, give me Denver. Low scoring game, 17-10 Denver.
I think I've got Denver winning too, and I think it'll be low scoring. 21-19. 21-19. No, I don't think. No, because I don't think Vegas scores that much.
Yeah, 21-19. That's 3 touchdowns. I don't know how either one of these guys can score 3 touchdowns.
Although Derek Carr and Devontae Adams had a pretty good show.
Yeah. That you know what that means? That means Patrick Surtain Jr. follows around, and he's going to get his. He follows him the whole game. Follows him the whole game. He'll have a good game.
I'll say 21-17.
21-17. Yeah. Let me see here. Dallas at Minnesota. I think Dallas is pissed off. They should have beat Green Bay last week. Micah Parsons personally said that won't happen again. If we get a lead, I love that. I think he's writing checks, telling his guys to step up. I think Dallas, this is a statement game. This really is a statement game. Because if you lose this game, it's all Dallas. You know, y'all beat up on the bad teams, blase, blase, blase. And I'm not trying to sound like a homer. I'm going to give them another chance. I thought they should have won. They were up like by 14 points in the third quarter. Got to finish out those games. I think you see a lot of Tony Pollard. I think you see a lot of Zeke is back this week, Dalton Schultz, and Dak has to play a clean game. And the defense got to step up because the Vikings and cue ball, you know, we usually have a T-shirt bet on this one here. But I think it's going to be a hard-fought game, and I'm going to say Brett Maher kicks the game-winning field goal. 27-24 Dallas.
Yeah, I am taking Minnesota in this game. I'm going to say 28-17 Minnesota.
28-17. Okay. Kansas City at Chargers. No Mecole Hardman. But they do get back the linebacker who got suspended for PEDs. I can't think of what his name is. Chargers, I don't think Keenan Allen's playing. But it's in. I just think Kansas City. I think Patrick Mahomes.
Well, Chargers beat them first game of the season,
and I don't think they're going to beat them twice. They went to Kansas City and beat them, and I think Kansas City is going to be amped up. This is the coming out party for Kadarius Toney. I believe this is the coming out. I think this is the week that they totally unleash Kadarius Toney. Give me. I'm going to say 26-21 Chiefs. Keenan Allen and Williams is expected to play. I know it's going to be a firefight. I don't think Kansas City's going to get swept by the Chargers. So this is my survivor pick too. I just don't see them beating them twice.
I'm taking the Chargers. I think they sweep them this year.
Okay.
And I wouldn't have, but I think that Mecole Hardman makes all the difference. And, you know, I was just informed earlier that Juju Smith-Schuster may not be in this game.
Yeah.
And that takes another huge weapon away. And I know he's got, you know, one of the best tight ends, well, the best tight end in the league right now. But I just don't know if it's going to be enough. So I'm going to take the Chargers. Close game. 26-24.
26-24. Mona, that's my survivor pick.
I know, and I tried to talk you out of it.
I'm just gonna have to cross my fingers and wish the best on this one.
Oh, I hope I'm wrong on this one. I really hope I'm wrong on this one.
Cincinnati at Pittsburgh. No Jamar Chase. Now, here's what I think Cincinnati is going to try to do. The Pittsburgh Steelers have been a little bit questionable with their run defense this year. So we saw Joe Mixon. Have 5 touchdowns 2 weeks ago. It was 2 weeks ago before the bye. I just don't think that it's in Pittsburgh. I think they're going to get after Joe Burrow. And especially with no Jamar Chase there, I think Pittsburgh's going to get after him. We've seen Cincy's offensive line is atrocious. I think Pittsburgh's going to try to keep it close. get after Joe Burrow and run Najee Harris and Jalen Warren. 21-19 Pittsburgh.
Well, I am taking Pittsburgh. See, last week you were going to take Pittsburgh, and you changed your mind. I was taking the Saints.
Yeah.
And then you last minute changed your mind and took the Saints.
Yeah.
I'm taking Pittsburgh this, and it's not any other reason other than I think that we beat them with Jamar Chase first game of the season with an offense that really wasn't firing on all cylinders. Our defense won that game. But now our offense is playing much better. The offensive line is gelling better together. They're actually playing a lot better than what they were. And I think that I think we're going to run the ball, and I think our defense is going to absolutely torture Joe Burrows.
Got to get after him.
Especially
with Jamar Chase. Now, if you hit Jamar Chase in this game, I'd feel a little bit differently. But without Jamar Chase,
yeah, because where we beat them first game.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I don't even know if I take Cincy then.
Yeah.
So, but I got Pittsburgh winning. It's going to be a freaking dog
Sunday
fight.
Sunday night game.
It'll be a dog fight.
San Fran
be like 21-18, 21-20. I'll say 21-20 Pittsburgh.
21-20.
Although I do not like our kicker.
Yeah. What do y'all got? Boswell? He's out.
Yep, he's out. Signed Matthew Wright or whatever his name is.
Let me see here. Dalton says Bengals 27-17. Sharon says Steelers 24-21. No Chase. We aren't worried about Mixon. Nope. Dalton says, I'm so sorry, Ramona died. Please don't kick me out.
No. You're fine. You're fine, dude.
Sharon, I'm always rocking with my Steelers. I never get up on my boys. I agree, Ramona. We're going to put Burrow in the dirt, unfortunately. And then your Monday night game, San Francisco at Arizona. I think the 49ers are starting to click. Christian McCaffrey, I like the 1-2 punch. Christian McCaffrey, Elijah Mitchell. Of course, Debo. Ayuk is playing good. Jimmy G just managed the game. With Arizona, they are getting back Hollywood. I don't know if he plays this week. He came off an injured reserve. Robbie Anderson and Hopkins, but Kyler's still a little banged up. They won their last game with Colt McCoy. And I just think the 49ers, I think the 49ers very well could be in the NFC Championship game. And I know it's a divisional game. I always give a little bit of thought to that. But I'm going to go San Francisco. San Francisco 30-20 San Francisco.
You said 30-20?
30-20.
Okay. I have San Fran as well. And trying to pick a score. I'm going to say 31-24 San Fran. I don't even think Arizona scored 24, but I'm gonna go with that.
I mean, they got a formal. If Kyler's not out there, I just don't see them doing that with Colt McCoy. So
yeah, I don't either.
Those are all your picks, guys. Mona, if you could play the bottle vehicle when you get that last locked in, and we'll get ready to shut this down.
Yeah, let me get this locked in first.
Guys, last Sunday before Thanksgiving, turkey, ham, football. Mona, what's your favorite dish on Thanksgiving?
My stuffing, my homemade stuffing.
Is it It's bread. It's bread stuffing.
I make bread stuffing. I cannot stand cornbread stuffing.
I love dressing and stuffing. I love
It ain't
cornbread.
dressing. It's stuffing, because you don't dress the turkey with it. You gotta stuff it. It's stuffing.
We put it around cornbread dressing and bread stuffing. That's how we call it. Black folks, we call it dressing.
Yeah. You got cornbread dressing, or you have bread stuffing that you stuff
Bread
at the back.
stuffing. And then sweet potato pie over pumpkin. Black folks, we don't really eat pumpkin pie like that.
I
It's all
stuff mine in
good.
my turkey as well,
No.
honey.
Let me see here.
Listen, I like my stuffing so much that I stuff it full, and I've got this huge big ass bundle of bread on the stuffing on the outside, and then I have a separate pan for stuffing.
Okay.
Because
Do you make giblet gravy?
yes.
I love it.
A
A lot of people don't eat.
I
I
love
love
cranberry.
giblet gravy.
I love cranberry sauce.
I don't like it.
I don't like the jelly. I like the jelly. I don't like the sauce.
Yeah.
I don't like the berries.
Yeah.
I like the sauce in the can. What is it?
Ocean Spray.
Ocean Spray. It's the only one I like.
Yeah.
And it's got to be good and cold. So it's the last thing that comes out. Then my deviled eggs. My deviled eggs are my next best thing.
Yeah. That's
But-
what's up.
Listen, you got to understand. Every Thanksgiving, they fight over who gets the last deviled eggs.
Oh, no doubt.
But I always have
deviled eggs.
an extra plate of deviled eggs because I'm tired of not getting my damn deviled eggs.
Right.
So I
My
always have
sister,
like a dozen just hidden in the fridge nobody knows about.
my sister makes deviled eggs with bacon bits on it. It's so delicious.
And see,
I like
and
bacon.
I don't like bacon in my deviled eggs because I use pickles and mustard and mayonnaise and saltine crackers, and I crumble them up. And I actually pull out my egg.
Yeah.
And chop what I whole out in with the mixing.
Yeah.
And then I overstuff the eggs.
Love it. I love me some.
And I don't use damn salad dressing. I use mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. That's right. Everybody, all my Buffalo Bills people.
Want me to? Yeah, show that, and then I'll play the video. again.
Yeah, Buffalo Bills, Alphabets Football Show, Die Hard, Hennessy bottle, $70 bottle of Hennessy.
Yep.
Buffalo Bills, circle the wagons.
And see, I don't know if a lot of people don't realize this is a full bottle of Hennessy.
Y'all just think it's an unopened bottle of Hennessy.
Yep.
As you can see there, you got your circle of wagons, 6 feet of snow.
I'm
If
sure
you-
that bottle
if
would
you're-
come in handy
if
to a lot of people.
If you're not a Buffalo Bills fan, you know a Buffalo Bills fan, buy tickets. They're $3 a piece. Buy you 5 or 6. 5 tickets, $15. Get in there, get you some tickets. Get the bottle for somebody. I'm trying to get this done in the next week or two because I want to have this raffle done so I can get this bottle out so it can be there by Christmas time. Because I got to send it through Federal Express. I cannot send it through the regular postal service. So if you know anybody Buffalo, you're a Buffalo Bills fan, Cash App, PayPal me, hit me up in my Cash App or PayPal, and let's get this thing done. I want to try to do this next week. Let's get 50 tickets. We got to get it done by next week. Help a brother out. All right.
I'm gonna play the video real quick.
Okay.
Yeah. Bills Mafia. Don Brown. Yeah. It's the Mafia, you know I'm rocking with the Bills. It's the Mafia, you know I'm rocking with the Bills. It's the Mafia, I'm with the Buffalo Bills. It's the Mafia, you know I'm rocking with the Bills. Hey, who you reppin'? What's your team? Who you reppin'? What's your team? You know I'm reppin' for my team. I got that talent on my team. Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer, can you catch it? Trade day is like a mask, you not catching anything. Matt Milano making plays, we not scared of any team. Best in the AFC, all the praise of Brandon Bean. You hear Sean McDermott clapping while I'm snapping? Jerry Hughes will get the sack soon as you snap it. Andre Roberts running back, ain't no just backing. Mafia, we on a ride and we got traction. We got Beasley, we got Diggs. McKenzie make you miss. Dawson Knox with the stiff arm, treat opponents just like his. Feliciano, Deion Dawkins block defenders like the fence. Hey, it's the Mafia. I said no one on top of us. I said no one is blocking us on top of our division, so it's clear that it's no stopping us. Google best team in the league and we popping up. Hey, who you reppin'? What's your team? Who you reppin'? What's your team? You know I'm reppin' for my team. I got the salad on my team. It's the Mafia, you know I'm rocking with the Bills.
Sharon said, Ramona Dye, you enjoying your bottle? Actually, Sharon, I had some T-shirts made for Ramona, and yes. I don't drive around with the bottle because for obvious reasons I don't like to drive around unless I'm actually doing it. And I sent it off, and I forgot her bottle. But I'm gonna send off her bottle. If you want a bottle made like that, I see you said you wanted a Crown bottle. I have an empty Crown bottle, and I can have him do that for you, and you just pay for the artwork, and I'll give you my bottle for $50. That's what he charged me, $50 to do it, because he paints them, decorates them, and everything. I can have your name put on it and everything, and then you can actually, when it gets there, it won't be as expensive to ship it without alcohol, and I can actually ship that in the mail. I just got to put it in a container that doesn't, crack or whatever. So if you want that, just PayPal me or Cash App me $50, and I'll have him do my. It's an empty Apple Crown bottle, and I'll have him do that for you if you want. And I'll try to have it to you by Christmas. Okay. So Mona, last words.
Just want to say, thanks for everybody showing up, and we're gonna get off here soon because. My buddy's got his show going on right now. So,
but make sure y'all after y'all get out of here, normally we're Friday nights. We just had some stuff going on. We try not to step.
I'm having internet issues. I've been fighting Spectrum for 3 months. So this is a one-time deal. Our show's normally on Friday, but when y'all get out of here, go over there and show some love to my guy Buck Flair. They're doing their thing over there. Show them some love over there. Buck's a good friend of the show, and show them some love and all that. Enjoy the games. If you want some raffle tickets, get up at me. Sharon, if you want that Steelers bottle, just shoot me 50, and I'll have him work on that for you. Anybody else want the Buffalo Bills bottle? Cash App, PayPal, hit me in my inbox, and I'll get you your tickets. I'll send you a picture of your tickets, and Ramona will get you up on our chart that has all of the ticket sales. I think we had like 5 people. Monster, Richter, Willem Bombard, Ethan, and Adrian Autry. Those are the 5 or 6 guys that did it. So y'all have a good night. Go check out Buck Flair. Enjoy the games. And we'll see y'all again soon. We'll see y'all same bet time, same bet channel next Friday night. Okay? Have a good night. See ya.
Count up, count up, count up. I'm talking 1 milli, 2 milli, 3 milli, 4 billy, 5 billy. I'm illy. Money bag after money bag, I'm the man now. Play the cards that I was dealt and I ain't need no handouts. Fresh on every set, give respect. Mama out of debt, got a new connect. We the best, homie run the check. Wifey got a new bag, new house. You mad? We just doing us, feeling wavy. Fuck a do-rag. This that no stress flow. Bobbing on my ex. She don't love cash, kiss my ass, baby XO. Thank you for that line, Mr. West, but I'm next though. Hey, you me the sad bitch, I'm blessed, sipping XO. For the love of money, I stay fucking hungry. I parted ways with the kitchen, that just wasn't for me. Every show they love me, now I'm showing love. love back. They ain't taking nothing from me, so I throw a couple stacks. You when I'm in your town, have some fun, blow it back. Fuck with me when I'm around, trust me, shorty, I be back. I've been on the come up, running till the ones go. Boy, I got that one up, hustle when the funds low. Sundown to sun up, all I want is the cash. Now, homie, run me the stash. Put them ones in the bag, now count up. Count up.